because under our law, it's all a violation of Wet'suwet'en law, and their guests on our territory, the invited guests on the territory. And so everybody who was removed from Gidimt'en territory was removed illegally from the territory and have every right to come back as invited guests and as Wet'suwet'en people and as Gidimt'en people and our neighbors and our allies. And so they did not have to sign a condition that would not permit them onto the territory again. They all will be released today. So what's going to happen is that they have to do a bunch of paperwork before they're released, and then they'll be released from the courthouse here. So if folks want to wait around and see their families and loved ones, we'll be all gathering at the old church at 3 o'clock, where we'll have some food and we'll have the ability to see our friends and our family members, our loved ones that have been illegally arrested and detained in jail for the last 2 days. And so I feel like this is a big step in the right direction. They've also requested that the Crown get involved. And this is exactly what happened last year, because there are absolutely no grounds to move forward with the injunction, with the violation of the injunction. So they're trying to pass it off to the Crown prosecution to take over the charges as if there was criminal charges, and there's absolutely no evidence and no grounds for any criminal charges. So we expect that what's going to happen in April is that the Crown will not be able to proceed with any charges against any of these individuals, and that the CGL will have to drop the charges of violation of the injunction. And that's exactly what happened last year, that they're just arbitrarily, illegally using this law, this injunction law, to forcibly remove Wet'suwet'en people from their territories and to exclude Wet'suwet'en people from their territories and from accessing them. And so it's really important to make that clear, that that's what this was about today. That's what it's been about the whole time. That's what this injunction law is meant to do, is to try to remove us from the territory, try to keep us off of our lands, and try to criminalize us by using the RCMP as their hired goons. The RCMP violating all kinds of Western laws in order to do that, to criminalize our people. Every single one of those people that are in there, all of your family members and all of your friends, they're people that were standing up for what's right, that were standing up for Wet'suwet'en land. They're heroes. They are not criminals. They are people with families and loved ones and children. And in our eyes, they're heroes. They're our heroes.
What did the RCMP tell Martin Peters?
The RCMP told Martin Peters that last night that the exclusion zone was just made up. That the extension of the exclusion zone was just made up. And that's what the grounds that they were arresting people on, for being in an exclusion zone that was just, in their own words, made up. And so those are the people that have sat in jail for the weekend, that have sat in jail for 2 days being illegally detained as political prisoners on our own territories. So we're going to welcome them with big love and big hearts when they get out of jail, and we're going to share some food together and tell them how much we appreciate them, and tell them how much they are valued and loved, and that there's no justice in what has happened to them. There's no justice in what has happened to those people, removing Wet'suwet'en and our neighbors and allies off of our territories. They've also included the submissions that BC Civil Liberties has created. There's been 2 violations and investigation applications on the RCMP conduct. And so they submitted that into the court today for the exclusion zone that's keeping Wet'suwet'en people off of their territory, that from 27 kilometer and then now from 4 kilometer and then now back at another different area on 27 kilometer. And so they just keep changing the exclusion zone. Right now they're still not allowing any Wet'suwet'en people to be on their territory, while they let non-Wet'suwet'en people come and go as they please. Shame! So it's something that's going to be ongoing, and tomorrow we're going to probably see our Unistoten relatives that were arrested today and removed from their own territory. So we need to be here to support them, and we need to make sure that we're watching everything that's happening to our relatives, to our people on the territories. So I invite you all to come and support them tomorrow when they'd be coming before the same judge for the same alleged crime of being on their territories as free and sovereign people. Awetsa, Masai.